Welcome to Right is Wrong with Brian and Tom. Here are Brian and Tom. I'm not sure which is which since I'm a robot. Enjoy!
Mental decline in progress.
Fascism completed. This is unbelievable.
Well, here we are again. It's almost the end of the year. 2025 has been fucking fantastic.
Almost the end of the year, almost the end of the world.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well,
by the way, did you see that this happened a few hours ago? There were 4 drones that were going to shoot down Zelensky's plane as he flew into Dublin. And the only reason it didn't happen is because Zelensky was running early.
I thought you were going to say it didn't happen because everyone was just drinking in the pubs and they couldn't concentrate on it. So was that like Putin was trying to do this?
Yeah. Well, don't try and pin this on me, man.
No. It just seems like you know too much about it, and it's a little suspicious. You have too much information for just an innocent bystander. No, I mean, if that had happened, then actually, I don't know that. I was going to say things would be crazy, but they're already crazy. So I don't know what that would have done to the world, but probably started World War III, which is just going to happen anyway, but it would have precipitated it.
You know what? I can't wait till World War IV. That's going to be great.
We should skip over 3 and go right to 4. They should start sponsoring wars. The drug boat attacks have been sponsored by Sunoco.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Everything now is a corporate thing, and there's no, like, the little person can barely scrape by. And everybody's gotten, all these corporate honchos have gotten so much richer since Trump took over.
Yeah, and what they don't realize is not only have they gotten so much richer, but their lives have gotten worse in that they're not safe. They can't go away. They have to keep building the walls of their palaces higher and higher. It's like Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean,
like Zuckerberg and Ellison are like the new Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Where they have to just kind of be looking behind their back all the time. It isn't a good situation when you're so reviled for your greed that you're threatened every day.
I mean, half the Trump cabinet is living on a military base because they don't feel safe. I mean,
Right.
And they shouldn't feel safe because they're fucking assholes that have ruined so many lives. I'm so sick of the fucking bullshit lies from Trump with his Sir stories. Sir, you're the greatest. And you know all of his Sir stories.
Like, you know who the worst of all is that guy, oh God, what's that?
I could answer almost
No, who's that
anything.
guy? Who's that guy who's the financial guy? Not Besant.
Scott Bessent. Oh,
No,
not Bessent.
No, the other guy. Crap.
The guy that looks like the energy vampire? That guy?
The bearded guy. It's God.
You
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but this is not the way to do a podcast.
That's okay. And that's the end of the podcast. Good night.
You know, the guy, he's kind of tall, he's got a nose.
No, it's anyway, these guys, you listen to the cabinet.
Lutnick. That's it.
Lutnick. Yes. Lutnick is the biggest, like, he is so embarrassingly sycophantic to Trump that when I see the cabinet meeting, it's like actually physically sick. When he's, sir, this is the greatest, and Trump he's barely awake, and they're basically just glazing him while he's got one eye barely open. You couldn't write a more embarrassing scene of grown men talking to each other in a cabinet meeting. I mean,
yes. And you know that Lutnick lives next door to Jeffrey Epstein and is rumored to have been very involved in that situation.
Man, I mean, that guy he just screams sleazebag.
And Kristi Noem at the cabinet meeting is thanking Trump for preventing hurricanes. She thanked him. You kept the hurricanes away. What the fuck? I want to hear like a new Sir story. Sir, you know, I lost my job. My kids died of measles and whooping cough because he told me vaccines were bullshit. My wife got gang raped by a Proud Boys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He died of whooping cough and measles?
Yes, he died
at the same time.
The left side of his body was consumed by whooping cough.
Okay.
So
and the right was measles, yeah.
And the right was measles.
Don't forget hepatitis B.
We're going to have fucking hepatitis C by the time.
Hepatitis B's back, baby. This morning, they've just decided hepatitis B vaccines are no longer necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They may as well say life is no longer necessary.
Right. Unless you have tons of money.
It's only a matter of time before the New York Times, which is just such a disappointment. I canceled a long time ago. It's only a matter of time before the New York Times says, that's not as bad as we thought.
Yeah. Hepatitis B is not as bad as we thought.
Yeah.
You can get through it. You can get through it. Don't worry.
And remember, this is just your first life. There is an afterlife.
Yes. In the afterlife, you get to go dancing in the meadow with Charlie Kirk. It's fantastic.
And if you're really good, you get to decide what kind of dance with Charlie Kirk.
I would pick the polka. He seems like a polka kind of guy.
Oh, I would do slow dancing, man.
Oh, nice. Cheek to cheek.
Oh, yeah.
So there is good news. And I don't want it
Really?
to get buried. Yeah, I don't want it
I'm
to
sorry. I think we have a bad connection here.
I don't want it to get buried. I don't want it to get buried in all this negativity. Trump has authorized. Now, this is authorized from the highest position in the country and potentially in the world. He's authorized the United States to start production of tiny cars because he went to Malaysia or somewhere and he saw tiny cars and he said, those are cool. And so now it's going to be okay because they didn't want us to make tiny cars, but now we can make tiny cars again.
He's so stupid. He probably thinks a bus is a car and an F-150 is a tiny car.
No, he probably saw one of those mopeds they drive around.
Yeah.
Kuala Lumpur, and he was like, look at those tiny cars.
Tiny cars with two wheels.
He said that because he rolled back emissions standards because, there are the emission standards. They had new car makers. They had to make cars with a certain gas mileage. So he signed an executive order rolling back. So now you can make a car with it gets 2 miles per gallon, but he's rolling back the regulations.
He has rolled back everything. He has to roll back the fucking fat on his stomach to urinate. Honestly, that fucking pig. And I got to tell you, I'm sorry to go off on a tangent, but these medical reports, all of these doctors writing these bullshit notes have to lose their jobs. They have to lose their medical licenses.
To be fair, I saw the MRI results and they were perfect. they were actually blank. Like I looked at it, it was just a blank film with I was like, wow, there's nothing in there.
The guy that's president that has a nuclear code doesn't know what part of his body is going inside the MRI machine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had 40 MRIs, and even if I was drunk going into the tube, I would know what's being MRI.
Well, because the doctor has to prescribe an MRI because you go to the doctor and the doctor goes, there's something weird going on with your spleen. We're going to do an MRI. And you don't just go you know what? You're fine, but let's give you an MRI just to be sure.
See, you got the coupon. You may as well use it. You get the free MRI. I guarantee you, with a gun to his head, oh, sorry, wishful thinking. With a gun to his head, Trump could not tell you what the M, the R, or the I stands for an MRI.
Yeah, exactly.
He really couldn't. He's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And he's certainly the dumbest person on the planet that has ever received a quote-unquote Ivy League education.
He also is now receiving a peace prize from FIFA, which is going to be presented to him at the Kennedy Center. And
you're wrong. At the Trump Center, probably.
The giant bust of Kennedy that sits at the end of one of the aisles of the Kennedy Center is actually just going to pop off and roll out the fucking door into the Potomac. But I mean, they're going to give him a fake peace prize because this is what he's been after. And FIFA has decided, I guess because we're getting the World Cup and FIFA wants to make sure Trump is happy. They're going to present him with a fake. It's like when you play soccer when you're 5 and they give you the plastic trophy that you get at the end. And it's you did it. You participated.
Not only that, it's when you think soccer and peace, I mean, it makes no sense.
Well, no, it's just the word peace prize. Anybody could give you a peace. He could get a peace prize from Pennzoil. It's doesn't matter. It's just to try to kiss up. Kissing up to him is the only characteristic that you need to have.
This episode is brought to you by Drunk Lying Fucks. Have a boat you want blown up hundreds of miles away from our coast? Contact a drunk lying fuck. They'll take care of it. Kaboom! Go the helpless fisherman.
So there was a little good news, I guess. Tennessee had an election for the empty congressional seat, which included Nashville. And the Democrats lost, but only by like 7 points, right?
I think they lost by 9. I mean, and it was a Trump 22 district. So basically 13, 14 points, something like that.
So
So
yeah,
it swung 13 or 14 points. I'm torn whether it's good news or not.
well, I don't know that it's either. I think it's neutral, but I do think that there are a bunch of caveats. One is in midterm, and it's not even a midterm, it's like an off-year election, so people don't really come out and vote. So like the numbers were pretty small. When it's a presidential election and there's like 15 other things on the ballot, more people vote, so the results are different. So I don't know that you can really, it's not apples to apples in terms of an election, but it's good news only that it wasn't 22 points.
Right. It's definitely the pendulum swinging. But on the other hand, you got to win. It's like the Blue Jays came close. They lost. They played.
Yes.
They played great. But do they have a World Series banner? No. Well, they do, but it's from 1993.
Yeah. But also keeping in mind that the candidate that they ran, the Democrats ran, was pretty left, which I like, and I think we need more of. But in that district, I don't know. I mean, they spun all kinds of bullshit, like, oh, she's anti-religion. She thinks prayer is stupid. I don't know if she ever said that, but
Yeah.
they were painting her as kind of like a Mamdani kind of person. And
Exactly.
in that district, that's not going to, like, if you had run a Spanberger in that district, it would have maybe been different.
Yeah. The object of the game is to win. We did not pick up a seat. And by the way, the guy who won, he was sworn in 2 days later by Mike Johnson.
Of course. Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah. And not 40 days like the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Arizona woman.
Well, Mike Johnson is the biggest pansy pussy, phony Christian, fake embarrassment of a person. So I'm not surprised.
Mike Johnson is
You're
holy
running
Mike
out
Johnson.
of descriptors.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a Grindr account, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with that if you're gay and you're destroying the lives of gay people.
Well, if you're gay and you're A, pretending you're not who you are, B, using your political position to destroy the foundation of the lifestyle that you're pretending that you don't have, and thirdly, like sucking up to other people who are anti-trans and I mean, to make your whole persona and political career around legislation that harms people that you don't even know that you might meet on Grindr.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. All the Republicans do is take things away. They take things away except for guns.
Oh, except
they give
for
you guns and they take everything away.
And they give oil. They're trying to give us much more oil because they want to drill off the coast of California. Like, I feel like it's the 1970s when we had the energy crisis and we're like, we need more oil.
Yeah.
I mean, we got plenty of oil.
We have tons of oil
Yeah.
in Venezuela. That's why we're going to be attacking Venezuela.
Is that going to happen? I've been hearing about that for a while now.
I think it will. I hope I'm wrong. But when you have fucking Scrooge McDuck as the leader, it's more. You know, he doesn't have enough.
Actually, Scrooge McDuck was kind of likable. That's not a good comparison.
Scrooge McDuck did really well on his cognitive test.
No, and his MRI,
he identified a duck.
His MRI found that his bill was in perfect.
Yeah, he had an MRI on his bill. That's hilarious.
Let's talk about the drug pardons, and that kind of relates to what Hegseth's been doing in the Caribbean. I guess this last week, Trump pardoned the former Honduran president, who was convicted of, I can't remember exactly, but some very
400 tons.
400 tons. So 400 times 2,000.
That's like three Trumps.
A Trump load. That's a Trump load of cocaine right there.
Yeah, Trump's renaming everything. Maybe he'll rename the ton of Trump.
So this guy was like a convicted drug runner. I mean, on like a large scale.
400 tons.
And so why did Trump pardon him again?
And by the way, he was serving a 45-year prison sentence. And, you know, he pardoned him because the ex-Honduran president bribed him and gave him money. And when you run a drug cartel, you have plenty of money.
Right. So now he's out, and I hear he's going to get a job at Chipotle. Like, well, I mean, what's this guy going to do now is the question.
Well,
doesn't
he's going to
get
involved with drugs again.
Right. And I'm trying to understand if anyone MAGA is listening to this, and they're probably not. But if you are, see, try to explain. And if you want to explain this in a way that's coherent, that would be great. We're bombing drug boats with maybe a few backpacks full of cocaine, or I don't even know how much you fit into one of those small drug boats. That's like making the long journey from wherever to the United States, to Miami or wherever, to dump these backpacks of cocaine. And you're bombing those people. And then if the couple guys survive and are clinging to dear life at the edge of the boat, you bomb them again and like kill them, even though they have no weapons or anything. But and at the same time, in the same week, you're pardoning like a honcho who was running what did you say,
400 tons of cocaine.
So explain how that works, how that's achieving something. I'm trying to understand.
It achieves something. It achieves hypocrisy for them. Because no, seriously, they don't care. Rules are for fucking losers like libtards.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
You can, because you want to kill the low-hanging fruit, like these poor schleps in this boat, but you want to pardon the bigwigs, because the bigwigs have money to bribe you, whereas the guys in the boat don't have anything to offer. So you can symbolically say, see, we're getting rid of drugs. I'm just trying to explain. Yeah.
I mean, the Silk Road guy was pardoned. He was serving 2 or 3 consecutive life sentences. He was selling shit over the internet to minors. And
right.
And he was pardoned because, of course, because he bribed Trump.
Not minors with an E.
Yes.
He was selling pickaxes to minors. It's terrible.
No,
wow.
It makes no sense. But MAGA is all about just getting what they want and angering other people.
Yeah.
That is their short-term and long-term goal.
So how will it come crumbling down?
I think Trump has to, die or be incapacitated or fall asleep and not wake up. I mean, I love the falling asleep. I love when he falls asleep. It's so embarrassing, but I hate when he wakes up.
But there's also that in between where he's kind of half awake and half asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the cowardly New York Times said, he allegedly fell asleep or he seemed to fall asleep. No, he fucking fell asleep.
They also
have it on
reported
20 cameras.
They also reported, I can't remember who it was, but someone on his cabinet is like, he works 100 hours a week. No wonder he's tired.
I guarantee you he does not work more than 5 or 6 hours a week.
Well, he plays golf. That requires a lot of energy to pick the ball up and move it closer to the hole.
He plays golf. He gives people his fucking bank routing numbers and he eats. That's what he does. And he eats and tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the eat and tweet president, really.
And J.D. Vance is kind of doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, but he's also dumb as a bag of rocks. And
I don't think he's dumb.
No, he's a phony. Well, he comes across as dumb, but he wants to come across as dumb because that's the appeal to all these folks, is saying things that are so illogical. Like, for example, he tweeted out the connection between illegal immigration and skyrocketing housing costs is clear as day. We are proud to be moving in the right direction. Still so much to do. So suggesting that if you want to buy like a $500,000 house, but you get outbid, you're being outbid by like an illegal immigrant working at the dollar store. I guess that's what they're trying to suggest. I don't understand.
It makes no sense. I mean,
why is illegal immigration tied to housing costs?
Because they're lying, because they just spread racism. They're just punching down.
Right.
These people have no voice. That's all. The Somali stuff in Minnesota, where, by the way, 25% of all the Somalis in Minnesota voted for Trump. But, the Somalis, they're a horrible country. It's the worst country in the world. We're getting them all out. Why?
Well, Somalia is a terrible country, but that's the reason why they're seeking asylum in the United States. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's not like if you come to the United States and you're from a country that has a lot of problems and a lot of poverty, it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you're fleeing a horrible, oppressive, repressive country and coming here for that reason. And the whole idea of the United States is to support that idea.
Right. And to me, if I was in charge, which I am, I'm just...
You are, yeah, we forgot to
I'm low-key about
it. We buried the lead. You are in charge.
I have been telling Stephen Miller what to tell Trump.
Exactly.
No, but to me, the worse shape your country is when you arrive here, the better behaved you're going to be because you don't want to go back.
Right. And also you're trying to have a better life. That's the whole point. Not a worse life. You're coming here because of the opportunity to be assimilated and incorporated into the United States so that you can, go get that job at a low-skill job and work your way up as a respectable person. I mean, that's the goal. It's not to come to Minnesota and murder National Guard. I mean, that's what they're saying. Basically, the Somalis, they want to come here and kill the National Guard, which, I mean, it makes so little sense. And also, if you do, you'll be convicted and thrown in jail.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're white, Somali, Yemeni, Haitian, I mean, it's so illogical that it's almost so hard to explain to someone who buys into it because you're like saying the obvious. And when you say the obvious, it almost sounds too, oh, yeah, well, that's convenient. And you're like, but it's just so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, another MAGA guy yesterday was arrested for raping a 2-year-old.
No.
Yes.
When you say MAGA guy, what do you mean?
He's a right winger.
Like he's
voted for Trump.
known to be a Trumper.
He's not a famous guy, but he's
No, I'm just saying,
yeah.
like vocally, like just to be clear, it's not like you're saying he's a MAGA guy just because you have a hunch.
No. He's a Trumper.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Trump pardons him too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because why not? He's already pardoned more people than, I mean,
he's pardoned like 1,200. I was reading it was
no more
like,
than that.
Yeah, I don't remember the number. Biden did maybe like a couple hundred, and this was like thousands.
Yeah, but a lot of the pardons that Biden did were preventative, like
They were like
Dr.
preemptive.
Fauci.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Fauci and Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. And, you know, those are not people that have committed crimes.
Right.
So,
exactly.
yeah, Trump is up to 1,600 that we know of.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he wants everything rescinded because Biden and the auto pen. And what the?
And he pardoned those fucking turkeys. Those turkeys killed National Guard.
Those turkeys were the pipe bombers.
Those were Somali turkeys. I could tell. Well, listen, it's time to get to our game of the week.
Game of the week.
Woohoo! So, as you know, well, you may not know. Actually, you probably don't. But they recently announced the, I think Oxford Dictionary and Merriam-Webster announced the words of the year. And they were things like, 6-7, which nobody still understands, and like aura farming and rage bait and weird words that have now entered, for better or for worse, have entered our lexicon. And so we now are going to present our words of 2025.
Words of 2025. That's our jingle. That's our jingle. It's not a bad jingle.
No. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it melodic.
But it gets the job done.
All right. So the first word of the year is pardon harda, which is the erection that Trump gets when he pardons drug dealers, white collar criminals, and J6 rioters. It's a pardon hardon.
Mine is Scandelabra. Any of the myriad of shitty, gaudy, gold, spray-painted White House ornaments that symbolizes fucking over 99% of America.
Scandelabra. Hey, there's a good, Timu has some good Scandelabra. The next word is megalomaniac. So a megalomaniac is someone who's too egotistical to realize that their wife hates their guts.
The next word, hypocrisy. Whenever he says or does something that contradicts something he just said not to do, or that he got angry at someone else for doing.
That might lead to a tantrum. A tantrum is a rambling, incoherent series of Truth Social posts in the middle of the night.
And he does a lot of that.
Tantrumping. Yeah, a lot of tantrumping.
Next word is wreck pause. Whenever you know who falls asleep at meetings. Then at least things can't get destroyed.
No, I know. Then they're just glazing him when he doesn't hear it. I had one of these last night. The next word of the year is a Millershiver. And a Millershiver is that creepy feeling you get in the middle of the night when you remember that Stephen Miller exists. You just
God.
Yeah, I got a bad Millershiver last night.
That would also be, if that was a drink, if the Millershiver was a drink at a bar, it would be like turpentine and arsenic.
Battery acid.
Yeah, battery acid. Actually, that leads into this next word in a way. It makes me think of Stephen Miller. Wordorama. Incorrectly using the same 5 words over and over and over again until your flock starts repeating them with the same ignorance.
Oh, yeah, like Lock Her Up or Crooked Joe.
And just like communist and socialist and Marxist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. No, those words, yeah, they're real words, but they don't mean what you... Yeah.
This next word of the year is a food. It's a dim sum of a bitch. And that's just another way of describing Trump. He's a dim son of a bitch.
Okay, 2 more words of the year. Blameocracy. The chain of blame. Whose fault is it? Go down the chain of command, but the blame never lands at the top.
Yeah.
Find a Haitian, find a Somali, find Nancy Pelosi. Just blame someone else.
And finally, the final word of 2025 is oath keeper. An oath keeper is the warden that will be in charge of protecting Trump when he's in prison. The oath keeper.
So we can only hope.
Yeah, that's one of those fingers crossed words.
Wouldn't you love to see Trump in prison? First of all, he'd have no makeup.
Well, also, like, you don't ever get to see these guys in prison. That's the thing that I like.
No.
I want to see Diddy. Every once in a while I see a picture of Diddy. He's got like a white beard now. But I'm like, I want to, if Trump goes to prison, I'd want to see like a live 24/7 cam just to watch him sitting in the cell, you know?
He can't do the simplest of tasks. I bet you he couldn't figure out how to hail a taxi.
No.
I mean, this guy, and when he talks about affordability, but the whole thing with affordability, I think that might be what sinks him, because you can say prices are going down and you can say gas is $1.99 in some places. Yeah, gas is, you know what? Gas is 10 cents at my house because I'm fucking charging 10 cents and I have a gallon. So I think that affordability will ultimately sink him when people realize, hey, man, no, everything has gone up.
Well, yeah, I pay $52 for 2 bowls of Chipotle. That's going to fuck him over, because that's supposed to be cheap food. And $52 to go to Chipotle and have a meal for 2 people.
What?
Did you hear about
Really?
that?
No, I did not hear about that.
No, there's a guy, I know we got to wrap, but there's a guy who was went viral because he was complaining that he and his son went to Chipotle. They got 2 bowls and 2 drinks. I think maybe they got like chips. I don't know. It was $52. Yeah.
Wow. I can go out to a nice restaurant where I used to be able to. And
yeah, it's
before
not
I was banned
1984.
from everywhere. No, it's $52 for Chipotle.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
And that's just one kid and no wife. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, his wife wasn't allowed to eat.
This is what they switch off every other day. They're on
exactly
$52.
Yep.
Maybe Dr. Pepper has just skyrocketed in price. Maybe it was like, if they didn't get the large Dr. Pepper, it would have been like $17.
It's just actually the doctor that ordered the MRI. And there we have it.
Oh,
all right. Well,
full
listen.
circle.
Keep your heads up, folks. Good luck out there.
Keep your heads up, and remember, I have 1 gallon of gas left at my house.
10 cents.
Come on by, pick it up.
Comers, go to. I won't dox you.
Yeah. It's 10 cents. So gas is 10 cents a gallon at my house. Thank you, Trump.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
See ya. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Right is Wrong with Brian and Tom. Please follow us on social media and anti-social media. But please don't follow us while we're running errands. We're paranoid enough as it is. See you next time, human beings.